I'm Noah from American Trucks. In front of me I have the Ram officially licensed low-profile hard tri-fold tonneau cover for the 09 to 18 Ram 1500 with the 5.7 foot and 6.4 foot box without the Ram box. Tonneau covers are an iconic upgrade that serve an excellent purpose without looking like a cap. So if you're on the market for a low-profile locking hardcover to keep your bed dry and covered from the elements, then this Ram licensed tonneau cover will be a perfect option for you to consider. Really, the main draw to this tonneau cover is its sleek design. This guy is low profile, completely flat, and it doesn't have any bulk to it. But when you want to have access to the bed from above, you don't need to roll anything up since this one is a hard folding cover, which means it can be easily collapsed on itself into 3 pieces like this. Now it is even possible to see up to a 10% increase in gas mileage as well, because that open bed can't act as an air dam. Now just the icing on the cake, this guy is officially Ram licensed. OEM standard stuff is always the best, and this cover has the official Ram logo right on it. So this cover is held together with an aircraft grade aluminum frame. This frame is lightweight and it provides a nice rigid surround on the cover. Now one of the worst looks in my opinion is a faded, cracked, and nasty tonneau cover that looks like it's been in the desert for 10 years. Luckily, this guy is made from weather-resistant, leather-grained vinyl, and that's gonna hold up against the beating of the sun or any other nasty elements and terrains you might find yourself in. Now, in terms of price, it's gonna vary between around $900 to $1,200, depending on if you have a 5.7 foot bed or a 6.4 foot bed. Now, since this guy is a folding cover, it's gonna cost a lot more than something like a roll-up cover. However, it definitely will wear nicer than a roll-up cover in terms of longevity, and it's gonna be the lowest profile in its class. Looking at the installation now, we're only looking at a difficulty of 1 out of 3 wrenches, and you can expect to spend about an hour getting this cover on your bed. That's enough for me though. I'm gonna hand you off to one of the guys in the install bay, and they're gonna walk you through that install process step by step.
The tools you're gonna need for this install include an impact, a 17mm socket or the included 17mm wrench, a 5mm Allen key or the included Allen key, and a pocket screwdriver. What's up guys? Today we're gonna be installing a tonneau cover on our 1500, so let's get started. All right guys, so the first thing we do is apply our weather stripping. You wanna grab a alcohol pad and a microfiber and clean your top surface of the bed. Then you can apply your weather stripping. But since this is not a permanent modification on the vehicle, we will not be doing so. Next, we're gonna grab a pocket screwdriver and we're gonna pop this end cap off the rail. Now once we have that end cap on, we're gonna grab our locking bracket. You're gonna back this out, this bolt, so it's not coming out of the bracket. I'm gonna have this sit over top. I'm just gonna slide this into place, like so. Now once we have that in place, we make sure we don't tighten that up yet, then we can reinstall our end cap back onto the rail. Now you repeat that process for the other rail. Next, we're gonna flip the rail over for the side that's facing towards the cab. We're gonna grab this style bracket. We're gonna make sure that that foam is facing up. We're gonna slide this over the rail, like so. Also, again, we don't have to tighten that up yet until we get this mounted up. And then next, we can grab our drain tube. And this is just going to slide right into the end of that rail. There we go. Now we can get this installed on the vehicle. Now that we have everything assembled on our rails, we're gonna set this on top of the bed rail, like so. You're gonna push this end all the way till you can't go any farther. Then we're gonna grab this style clamp. And we're gonna bring where this notch is going to slide into this slot onto the rail. And this is gonna go on the back of the bed pinch weld. So now it's going to slide on like this. Then we can hold this in place while we grab a 17mm socket, and we're going to snug this up. So it's going to be 2 clamps for each rail, so we're going to assemble the one that's closest to the cab. Same orientation, tighten it down with our 17. Next, while we're here, we can install our drain tube into the side holes on the bed. So what we can do is grab a needle nose pliers and pull out this tab. Now we can just slide our tube into place. Then you can set your cap off to the side and repeat for the other side. All right, so now that we have both rails installed, we can install our cover. We're gonna make sure that we have these holes here facing towards the front of the bed, so that way these will slide into the brackets using this hardware. Just gonna set this off to the side. Now we can lift up on our cover, set this down into place. So now we're going to grab our thumb nut and bolt. We're going to undo that wing nut and our thumb nut. Then we're going to slide our head and the rubber washer. We're going to slide that through on there. And you can do that for the other side, then I'll meet you under the cover. So as you can see, when we put that bolt through, it also went through our bracket. So then what we're gonna do from there, is gonna grab our lock washer, slide that over, then our thumb nut. I'm gonna thread this on until we get it tight, like so. Then we can grab our wing nut, and this is essentially going to go over so it stops the thumb nut from backing out and loosening up. Just tighten that up. And then from there we can grab our included Allen key and tighten up this bolt. Now we can take our safety strap with the carabiner, and we're going to put this carabiner in the hole of our clamps on the side. So now you can repeat this process for the other side. So now that we have everything tightened down up front, we can unfold our cover and focus on the locking portion of our cover. So now what we need to do is we're going to bring our cover down, and where it sets in place, we're going to have that locking bracket, and we're going to bring that so it's right in the middle, so when this thing pushes down, it'll latch in place. So then we're going to grab the included Allen key, we're going to tighten up this. I'm going to do that on the other side real quick. Now with the other side set in place, all you got to do is press down. And for the other side. Now our cover is locked into place and your install is complete. So that's going to wrap up the review and install on a Ram officially licensed low profile hard trifold tonneau cover for your 09 to 18 1500 with a 5.7 foot and 6.4 foot box and without Ram box. Thanks for watching, and for all things Ram, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.